Hello, besties, loves of my life. I need a clip. Hold on. Hi, long time no chat. I'm starting this daily vlog early because I know tomorrow when I'm actually vlogging the whole thing, I'm simply not going to remember to do such a thing. I can give you like an actual intro. So hi, hello, welcome to this daily vlog. And if you're like, but Dorothy, why are you daily vlogging? Or why are you at least vlogging this whole day? The reason simply is because it's a very big day for myself, my boyfriend, our friends. It's our big wrestling show that we lead up to all year. We have professional people coming that are actually in WWE and AEW and Ring of Honor. And if I just said a bunch of things that you don't understand, that's okay. I also don't really understand. I just know that it's a very big deal, and we do so much promo for it in the 5 months leading up to it that it's a big deal. I'm vlogging it because I want to keep the memory of it for ever, because it's my first one that I'm attending. My boyfriend and I have been dating for nearly 3 years, and I have never been able to attend previously because I've been working. I got asked by the company owner to help with merch sales. So I told my boss, I was like, hey, I really need this day off. I know that it's a Saturday, and Saturdays are normally our busier days, but I simply I need the day off. I have to be at the show the whole day. And it's it's a nearly 12-hour affair. I was like, so there's no way that I can work and also go and do everything I need to do. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. So I'm very grateful for that. But the reason that it's a very big deal, besides the fact that professional people are coming, 2 of our friends have matches with professional people. So it's a huge thing. They announced that at the last show in April, and I cried because I was so genuinely happy for them and so proud of them, and so unbelievably happy to call them my friends, that it was oh my fucking god, I'm even more excited that I'm going, because I don't want to miss that for the world. They deserve it so much, and they work so hard. And on top of that, our other friends all have matches as well. So 2 of our friends have they're participating in the tag match, which is for the titles. Our other friend is in the I think it's the Battle Royale, which will be good. Our 2 friends have those matches with professional people, and then our other friend has a match with someone, and it's being reffed by a professional person, which is really cool. So we have a lot of fun and cool things happening, and I am very sentimental. You guys know this. And it's I simply have to vlog the day, so that way we can all just have it to look back on, because it's so unbelievably insane that we are just a bunch of silly Midwesterners that get to do this, and I'm so excited. So I wanted to start this today because tomorrow when we're going, it's just going to be very go, go, go. And there's not going to be a point in which I'm yeah, let me just do a quick vlog intro, because yeah, we're just going to be We are on our game the moment we walk in the door. So, but also I wanted to talk a little bit about what Miss Swift did last night. Not last night, but yesterday afternoon for me. Luckily, like, seriously luckily, like, the way the universe did that for me was great. My district manager said to my boss that I needed to have an extra day off, and she made it yesterday, which was Thursday, May 9th. And if you're like, but Dorothy, why do you need to specify that? Well, let me tell you. Taylor started her tour up again in Paris, which meant that the show started at about like 1 p.m. my time. And had I had to work, I wouldn't have been able to watch the whole thing. So I watched the entirety of the Eras tour yesterday from Miss Tess's live stream. Shout out to Tess for always having a live for the whole show, because like I was like, I don't know how she's gonna do it. And I'm so glad that I watched because of how many changes were made. Like, genuinely, like, if I would have had to be at work yesterday, I would have been a fucking nightmare to deal with, because I would have just been constantly checking my phone for updates, especially after like the first big change happened. I would have been like, I'm so sorry that I'm unable. So if you don't want to know Eras Tour spoilers, I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to skip ahead because I'm gonna talk about them. So yesterday, luckily I had the day off so I could watch the whole thing. Because myself and the lovely Aileen were watching. And because we were all like, is she gonna add Tortured Poets to the set? Like, is she doing it? And I was like, maybe not. But then there were some videos that she posted that made it seem like she definitely was going to. And I was like, well, I have to be paying attention on May 9th. I just have to. Because I just felt it. And so the show is going normally, okay? The show is proceeding as it normally does. And then, at the end of the Lover set, this woman goes into the floor instead of performing the Archer. And I was like, uh-oh, that shit's going down. She did not perform the Archer. And I was like, uh-oh, okay, so we're cutting songs. This is a big deal. Because, like, really the only song change that we've really had to, like, the main set, besides adding, like, Nothing New or No Body, No Crime, was when Taylor changed Invisible String to the One. And it was like, oh, okay, cool. Obviously, and then she was like, we got tricks up our sleeves, but then she hasn't, like, really changed the set since. And we were all kind of like, huh, okay, interesting. So cutting the Archer, it was like, oh shit, game on. And then from that moment on, I was on high alert, because I was like, what the fuck else is this woman gonna do to me during this grainy live stream from Paris? And oh, we should also talk about the fact that she has fucking new outfits. So Lover, she was wearing this beautiful, stunning orange bodysuit that looked so incredibly good on her. Like, I'm obsessed with it. I hope she wears it more, and it wasn't just for last night, because that bitch rocks orange. And so we go through Fearless. There's a new Fearless dress, and it looks very much so like the one of the dresses that she wore on Fearless tour. And it was like, okay, cool. New outfits, at least. And then I'm like just doing what I do, kind of just vibing, and suddenly the red era is happening. Now, if you know the eras too, or like the back of your hand like I do, because you're obsessed, you know that red is not after Fearless. In fact, what's after Fearless typically is Folklore. And so suddenly, the woman is doing red. And I was like, oh my dear God, my life is flashing before my eyes. Everything is about to be different. I like knew the moment I saw on that live stream that the red era was happening. I was like, all bets are off, bitches. Anything is possible. This woman can do whatever she wants, and we're just gonna smile and nod. And so she does the red era, doesn't cut anything from red, which was shocking because I would have thought for sure she was gonna cut like I Knew You Were Trouble, because it's not, you know, a fan fave necessarily, and like there's not much going on in it, but she doesn't. And I was like, huh, interesting. Then she comes out and she does Speak Now era, and I was like, okay. And she only did Enchanted, which means that she cut Long Live. And I was like, no fucking way is she cutting Long Live. After doing it for like, let's see here, the rest of July, August, her November shows, January shows, February shows, almost 6 months. And she was like, bye Long Live. And I was like, oh. So she only does Enchanted. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. And then this woman does Reputation. And I was like, okay. She doesn't cut anything from the rep set. Thank God, because the rep set, she's perfect. She's absolutely perfect and stunning, and she should not be touched, because otherwise I'll throw a fit even though I'm not going again. And then she does rep. And then this new transition starts. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's giving Folklore, but it's also giving Evermore. And then the Evermore trees came up, and I was like, surely it's Evermore. But then the Folklore cabin comes out, and I was like, huh. That woman started with Cardigan. And I went, okay, I see what you're doing, ma'am. So she cut the one, and I was like, okay, interesting choice. But I guess, like, you know, the one doesn't really add much to the story, to the set. It's not, you know, my favorite song. So I don't really care. And then she does Betty, and I was like, okay, cool. But then suddenly the Evermore piano for Champagne Problems is arrived, and she says that she's combining Folklore and Evermore. And my soul died dead. I said, Jesus fucking Christ, what is she cutting from the two sets then? So she does Champagne Problems, and I'm like, okay. Does August. I was like, beautiful, perfect. Does Illicit Affairs Bridge, and I was like, oh, praise be. Does My Tears Ricochet, and I'm like, okay, where's the Evermore songs? Does Marjorie, which, beautiful song, so happy that she keeps it, because I love that song so much. I can rarely listen to it because it makes me stop, but still. And then she does Willow, and then she disappears, and I was like, so we lost our soldiers of the last Great American Dynasty, Tolerate It, and 'Tis the Damn Season. Now, 'Tis the Damn Season, I figured she could cut it because she swapped it out before. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. She's probably gonna cut it. Totally fine. It's not in any of the movies. No Body, No Crime wasn't in any of the movies. And it was like, okay, fine, cool. But Tolerate It? We're cutting Tolerate It? That broke my heart because I love that song so much. And then she was in 1989, and I was like, okay, cool. Oh, there's also a new Folklore Evermore dress that was yellow. It was stunning. This woman comes out from the ceiling for 1989, and she's in a two-tone two-piece, and I went, well, okay, this is different. And so the 1989 set saved. Nothing happened, and I was like, okay, cool. Great, because I was like, she's gonna take Wildest Dreams from me, and I'm gonna be so pissed. But she didn't. She left it intact. And then instead of doing secret songs, this woman disappears into the floor. And I said, oh, sweet baby Jesus, it's time. And sure enough, a Tortured Poets Department transition starts. And I lost it. I was like, oh God, okay. And she comes up from where the piano for secret songs comes up. And I'm like, deeply superior thing for you to do, ma'am. And then I see that it's a beautiful white dress with like a very big poofy skirt that's a high low and has writing all over it. And I'm like, that's deeply iconic. But then I realized that the words coming out of her mouth are, but daddy, I love him. And I died dead. I died dead over there. Because I was like, what the fuck? Okay, we're starting the Tortured Poets set with that, but daddy, I love him. Then the woman has the audacity to do the So High School Bridge as the outro for But Daddy, I Love Him. And I lost my mind. And then she goes on and she does Who's Afraid of Little Old Me on a platform that makes her look like she's fucking levitating around the goddamn stage. And I said, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. And the vocals, that mic is on, dude. It's on. You can't tell me it's not, because I heard her. And then she finishes that, and I'm like, huh, what else could she do? Then she fucking does Down Bad, and I went, oh, I did not foresee this. Interesting. And then she goes to Fortnite, and there's this beautiful bed table setup thing that is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And then she does The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. But she does verse 1 and the bridge. And she puts on a jacket that makes her look like she's part of a marching band. And then there's a marching band performed by her dancers coming down. And she's like dying on the battlefield. And it's deeply iconic and deeply concerning. And then they put her back together as if she's a broken toy. And she does I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. And I said, ma'am. And by the way, there's a severely iconic costume change. And the outfit for I Can Do It With a Broken Heart kills me. It's so good. And then she goes, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. And I said, God, she took away the secret songs. No. This woman comes back out in a brand new secret song dress. Completely new style, completely new color, everything. And this bitch does Paris. And I was like, that makes sense. I figured we were going to get Paris in Paris. She walks her happy ass over to that piano and performs LOML. And I cry. And I die. So this is a ghost that you're seeing. And then she does Midnights, and there's a new Midnights bodysuit, and it looks superior. And I'm unwell. I'm severely unwell. I'm severely tortured. I don't know what to do with the rest of my life. And I am low-key dying to go to the Eras Tour again now. Because I need the girlhood forming experience of being able to scream, But Daddy, I Love Him, and Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Oh. So that's been my past 24 hours, is just Taylor Swift. And I needed to open this vlog. And I'm so sorry about the rant about Taylor Swift, but you guys should expect nothing less at this point. And now let's cut to the rest of the daily vlog. Because this has been 20 minutes. I'm not sorry. I am so tired, but we have to start this day. So let's go see Finn. And let's go get coffee. Hello. Good morning, mister. Oh my goodness. Cozy baby. Oh. You don't get to tell me about side. to go. Hair has been done. The fit is on. We did already have an outfit change because the shirt I was going to wear, I put it on and immediately felt insecure about how I looked. So we went for a black bodysuit instead. No, I am not leaving for the show yet. I am making a quick energy drink run for me and the girls. Because guys, I finally have like a little girl squad at wrestling, which is so much fun for me. But I'm grabbing the 3 of us energy drinks because we have like a stupidly long day. We're all gonna have coffee beforehand. I've already consumed mine. I know that Lisette and Kristen already have had theirs. And so I said I would bring energy drinks for all 3 of us because, look, it's a long fucking day. The call time got moved up to noon. So we will be leaving pretty quickly after the boyfriend gets back from fucking Minnesota, because he went to a concert last night for the lead singer of Fish, because he's never seen him before. He's seen Fish before, but he hasn't seen the Trey Anastasio band, so they came nearby. He decided to go. It just so happened to be the day before Wrestling Con, and yeah, so he's currently driving home, and I have his suit all put out. I have his shirt, tie, pin, everything is ready for him. All he has to do is I think he might want to shower, because I don't believe he did this morning, because he pretty much went to have breakfast with the friend he stayed with, and then started driving home, thinking he wants a shower. So in the event that he does, I'm gonna have that prepped and ready for him too, just to make his life easier, because he also has to be on all day. Like, so I will be helping by selling merch, like I do every wrestling show, but the man's has to do social media content, as well as do full commentary for the show. So he really has to be on, and this poor man has to sing tomorrow too for church. So yeah, I'm also just like super pleased that I was actually given the day off today. It's gonna be one of our busier days at work. It's the day before Mother's Day, and I told my boss ahead of time, I was like, I've been asked to do this and I would really like to do it. Is it possible? And she made it possible, and I'm so incredibly grateful, because I have never been able to go to Wrestling Con like ever in the 3 years that we've been dating. I know I mentioned that before, but it's like this year is so much more important than like any year previous. So yeah, just happy that I actually get to go. So I'm gonna pick out our energy drinks. We're probably gonna do Alani News because I like those the most. Hopefully they have watermelon and berry, because I know there's a watermelon wave one, and I know that there's a berry blast. Or berry breeze. I just have to hope that Quick Trip has it. So I shall report back after we have our energy drinks. Then I need to go home. I think I'm gonna do my makeup, but like I'm not sure. I might text the girls. I'm so happy that I can say that, and be like, hey, are you guys doing makeup for this today? Because it wouldn't be much for me. I don't know. Okay. Love you. We shall chat later. We have stopped for gas, so we don't have to do it after. The hair is holding up, and we will be there in about a couple minutes. Very exciting. Don't know what's going on here, but it doesn't matter. The man is getting gas, and so then we shall be there. Dorothy, why can't you talk? Last night was a lot. It was a very long day. There was a lot of talking. I'm very tired. My voice is very fatigued. And yes, I do have to work a full day in retail now, which is just me talking to people. So hopefully people aren't like, oh, ew, she's sick, when in actuality I'm not. I didn't get to film a lot, not as much as I wanted to, because we were just so busy at merch, and there were so many people, that like I also hadn't met, that I was like, I don't feel 100% comfortable, putting these people on camera or vlogging or doing stuff like that. So I did minimize it quite a bit, just because I wanted to be respectful to everyone that was also there. There was also professional people there, and they're being paid to wrestle. They're not being paid to be in a little video. And I was like, I simply can't. And then once the doors opened, we were just super busy the whole time, like nonstop. We had a little bit of a break when the show started, but it wasn't much of one, because we still had people who wanted to buy stuff during the show. And then intermission was super busy. And yeah, so let's just debrief about the day, because a lot happened yesterday. Mainly good. There was indeed one bad thing that happened yesterday that's really not great. So we got there at about noon, and it ended up being an 11-hour day, which I knew it would be. I wasn't like thinking it wasn't going to be a really long day. I knew it would be, but like I was like, we'll surely be out of here before 11:30. We did not leave till about maybe 11:15, and we did not get home until after midnight. Got there about noon, said hi to everyone. Merch was luckily already set up, so me and Lisette and Kristen did not have to do anything to set it up. We just had to make a plan of attack on how we were gonna run it, which we are all smart and competent young women, and we figured it out no problem. And listen, we are a girl boss squad, and there is nothing in this world that is going to stop us from being a girl boss squad. So figured that out nice and easy. Then we had to wait about like 4 hours before we were able to actually start doing what we wanted to do, which was sell merch. A lot of hanging out. 2 different people with cameras took our picture, so I don't know who has it. I would love to see it. I think we all looked cute, so I'm like, can I have his picture? So at about 5, the pre-show started, and this is when we get to the bad thing that happened. Our friend Jamie, who is Kristen's boyfriend, was in the first pre-show match, okay? Very first pre-show match. Like, it's the first thing that people are seeing of the day. And I was not watching the match. I was selling merch so that way Lisette and Kristen could watch, because their boyfriends were in it, and they wanted to, see what was going on. And so they're watching the match. And then I suddenly got a text message from my boyfriend saying, Jamie is hurt. And I was like, uh-oh. And not to ruin the illusion of WWE wrestling and like professional wrestling for you guys, but sometimes them being hurt is a bit, because wrestling is fake. And I was like, are you sure? Are you sure that he's really hurt and that it's not part of a bit? And he was like, no, they pulled his parents and Kristen backstage. They have to have a bunch of people carry him out. And I was like, oh, and they didn't carry him out like through like the entrance, essentially. They took him right to the locker room, which that's the first sign that something's really wrong. And so I was like, well, what happened? And my boyfriend was like, he did a dive onto people and just did not get back up after that dive. And I was like, because I obviously hadn't seen it, I was like, shit, did he hit his head? Did he hurt his, because Jamie has also broken a wrist doing wrestling before. I was like, did he break his wrist again? But if he broke his wrist, he would have been able to get back up. What happened? And so then Lisette comes back out and says she thinks that it's his leg or like a foot or something, because he did the dive part fine. It was the landing that looks like it fucked everything up. And I was like, oh dear God. And then Kristen came, got her stuff, and was going to the hospital. And I was like, oh shit, okay. So to put it this way, because I now know more information, Jamie broke his leg in 3 places. I still don't know how. I don't think he fully knows how either. It appears like he just landed wrong, or he took too much of an impact or something. But either way, he broke his leg, and we were all like, fuck. So he will be having surgery to fix his broken bones today. He was not able to get it yesterday because they did not have a doctor or the time to do it, because this happened after 5 p.m. So, and it was also on a Saturday. So Doctor is doing surgery today at 3:45, which is really good, because we would love to get our boy back up and running. So that was the bad thing that happened, which really sucked. Like, I couldn't not think about that until I got an update. So luckily though, he will be okay. They are taking care of him. I don't have to worry. But I'm sure, as all of you know, I am a worrier, and I'm gonna worry anyways. So that was the bad thing that happened, and that happened right away. So the rest of the night we were able to be like, okay, the rest of the night is gonna be good. So did that nonsense, still selling merch. Show starts. We have our beautiful battle royale, which we kind of popped in and out to watch because we still had people buying things. We got to watch our good friend Mr. Kevon Lee win, and the crowd loves that man, so it was very exciting because they all just were so happy and yelling. And then we had a little thing with the owner, Mr. Hornswoggle, and one of the other trainers, and that was very fun, went over very well. Then it was time for the first match that I really cared about. And our friend Jairus was wrestling Jay Lethal. And if you're like, Dorothy, you're saying a lot of names of people that I don't know. Yeah, I'm aware. I really don't know who these people are either, because I'm not a wrestling girl. But Jairus essentially got to wrestle a professional person, like a person who's in ring of like professional programming. Jay Lethal, super nice guy, super nice guy. I loved meeting him. I helped him write his prices for all of his merch out. It was really cute. I thought he was super fun. Jairus worked his ass off in that ring during his match, and it was so great to be able to watch him do that and watch him just get recognized by everyone. And normally Jairus is a heel, aka a bad guy in wrestling, so people don't often cheer for him because of that, and hearing a whole crowd of people chant for him was beautiful. I'm gonna grab my coffee and we'll be right back. Coffee acquired. Okay. So yeah, having people cheer for Darius was great because I don't really get to see it that often because he's a bad guy, so people are supposed to be booing him. But we got cheers, and like he brought his whole family, which was so cute. They all came in their merch for him, and I just love that man. I love that man so much. And it was just great. It was so nice because here's the thing. A majority of my friends who do this are not seen as like the good guys. So I am technically not allowed to cheer for them. And it sucks. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. It's wrestling con. I'm cheering if I want to. My friends are doing something insane and I'm gonna cheer, whether anyone likes it or not. And you know what? They can all suck it. So yeah. So then after Jairus, we had our friend Cassie's match, and I didn't get to watch it really. I got to watch bits and pieces, but we had people buying merch because it was right before intermission, and I just did not get to watch it really, and it was really sad because I love Cassie so much, and but I did get to watch like a good chunk of it. That girl made me so proud. I love her so much. She's improved so much over like the year, and I'm just so proud of her. And her match was so good, and I loved it so much. And I love her, love her more than anything in the world. Then I don't know what happened right after intermission. I don't know. I do not remember what match it was. But then we had our friend Matt wrestling Nick Nemeth, who is another professional WWE wrestler person. I didn't really get to watch much of his match either because I was still doing merch stuff. And like we were getting to the point where it was like, oh, are we gonna have to pack up merch? Do we wanna, close down for the night? All that stuff. But from the bits that I saw, Matt looked so good, and I was so happy. He's been doing this for it seems like forever, but like he's just so good, and he deserves the recognition. Like, I won't lie, all of my friends deserve the recognition. They literally take time out of their busy lives. Like, 2 of them are in college right now. Like, the rest of them have full-time jobs. One of them is a teacher, and like, yet they do this crazy wrestling thing on the side, and it's like, what the fuck? How? But it was really nice to just have Matt be able to be like seen for all of his hard work that he does, because he does a lot of it, and we love him so very, very much. So there was that. And then it was tag team title time, which had our friends Austin and Nathan in it. And we had closed down merch, so I was like, I'm watching this match. I like, normally when it's like there's 8 people in the ring, I was like, I normally can't pay attention because I get bored, because I'm like, there's too many fucking people, and too many people are like, too many bad things can happen. And I was already anxious because of Jamie, and I was like, but you know what, I have to watch this because I knew what the outcome was going to be, because I found out before the show, and I was like, I simply have to see it. So watched the whole tag match. Austin and Nathan won the titles, and it was like, let's fucking go. Literally, let's fucking go. I am like, they're bad guys, but I did not care. I cheered for the whole time. I was like, this is fucking insane, and I love them so much. And then we had a heavyweight title, but no one that I really cared about was in it, so it was like, cool, now we can just rock it You know that feeling when like your friends are doing something and you're like, how cool that they're doing something cool. I want to say that. And then you're like, what the fuck? How am I friends with this person? Like how did I end up in the circumstances where I get to A, be a part of this, and B, I get to watch them like live their dream. And it was just so cool and fulfilling as like a human being who's super sentimental to like have the ability to watch my friends like literally live their dream. And it was just, oh my god, there are not enough words in the English language. And so yeah, the show was very good. Very long night. I'm very tired. My voice hurts from all this talking, but like I have to talk the whole fucking day. And I told the boys last night on our way home, I was like, I am so proud of you guys. Like, over the past 3 years, like this group of people has really become like a second family, and they feel I'm gonna cry. These people have genuinely become like a second family to me and my boyfriend, and I value them so much, and I value their friendship so much. And there have been like rough times in the past 3 years, and yet every single time there's just been, you know, this light pretty much almost every month that I like get to look forward to and get to experience, and I get to just hang out with really cool people who mean a lot to me. And I also was like, you guys have become like my brothers over the past 3 years, like the siblings that like I never had. And I'm just very appreciative, and I love you, and I'm so proud of you guys for doing this. And you guys know how sentimental of a human being I am, so like this doesn't surprise you guys. And I don't know, it meant a lot last night. It really, really did. And I feel really grateful that I got to be there. Because it was my first time ever going, because normally I work, and I told my boss I needed the day off so I could go, because not only was I asked to help with merch, but like after the announcements of Jairus and Matt's matches against professional people, I was like, no, this matters so much to me. I have to be there. Like I really do. Even if Dylan hadn't asked me to help with merch, I would have bought a ticket anyways and just gone, because I was like, I simply have to be there this time. Like I cannot miss this one. And that was before I even knew that Austin and Nathan were winning the tag titles, because I didn't know that until day of. But it meant a lot. And yeah, I'm very proud, and I'm very happy, and like nothing fulfills me more than friend time and being able to watch my friends do things that they love and that they're like super stoked about. And yesterday was genuinely, minus Jamie breaking his leg, one of the best days of the year. Like 100% was one of the best days of the year. Like I don't know what else could top it right now. That has been the recap and vlog of 2024 Wrestling Con, which I am just in awe. gonna be like this for probably a week at least. So I love you guys. Thanks for watching this. If you did, we didn't talk about books once, but I think that's okay, because I think what you guys come here for more so is how I talk. Not just about books, but I think I like to think, at least, that, you know, it's me that you're here to listen to, not, you know, just, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm saying nonsense. So thank you for watching, if you watched this whole thing. Special shout out to my friends. I'm just gonna cry again. Special shout out to my friends and my boyfriend. You guys are the best people on the planet. And I guess if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. This feels weird ending it like this. But if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below how your May 11th was. Oh, and your thoughts on the new Eras Tour set list, obviously. And, you know, what you've been reading recently. And if you like this content, you can subscribe. I haven't been doing YouTube as much because I am adjusting to a new schedule and a lot of work hours, but you can subscribe and be notified when I do upload. And with that said, guys, I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.